Hello and welcome to yet another cryptic video guide. Today we are going to take a look at targeting and retargeting. In the first clip I will show you how monsters only see two possible targets at any given time. So after the Fangs take down the Putty RG, which acts as a control point building, they will target the two Pebble RGs and move towards the opening. At some point they're going to retarget to the Twig RG. And the reason that the Twig RG is there is so the pathing calculations reset. That allows me to manipulate when they calculate a new possible path. So when the Twig RG is destroyed, they will lock on two new targets, and they're going to be the two next Pebble RGs. As you can see, that makes them ignore the two first Pebble RGs, and that basically proves that monsters can only see two possible targets at any given time. Now, had monsters could see more than two targets at any given time, they would still have targeted the first Pebble RGs. At least that's the theory behind it. Now here in the second clip, I've removed one building from each setup, and as you will see, they will path a lot differently now. This time the Fangs are going to target the first Pebble RG and the first Twig RG. Obviously they will see the Twig RG as the closest. Now here you might notice that the monsters split. The reason they do that is because some of the Fangs didn't make it all the way into the Twig RG, so they see the next Pebble RG and the second Twig RG as the closest targets, while the other Fangs, which took down the first Twig RG, still targets the first Pebble Shiner. I didn't bother to redo this test. So, and here is a clip where I will show you that this is actually how it works in reality too. The monsters coming from the beta or wild monsters act exactly like every other monster in the game. There's no difference at all. The only difference is that when you use the beta and monsters fuck up is because when they start they don't calculate pathing and targets correctly. And that's why you need them to take down a building first so you can reset it. Let me just start on telling you this now. When the Dave starts attacking the building, it will visually look like it shoots over the walls. That is not the case. It's just that the pictures of the buildings and monsters and rockets aren't exactly where they should be. I'm going to cover this in another video, but in fact, Daves and other ranged monsters like Teratorns or Sapnox, they don't actually attack the building in the middle. They only attack the top corner of a building. Because of how ranged monsters attack buildings, you can actually force monsters like Rocket Daves to path all the way up to a building to attack it with some pretty simple wall structures. So the next part, retargeting. And retargeting is pretty funny. It's a major reason why I haven't finished this video before is that I try to determine when monsters retarget, when it happens. And usually we say that monsters retarget after about 8 to 12 steps. Steps are equal to one step is equal to one block, if you didn't know. Anyway, sometimes monsters retarget after maybe only 4 steps, or probably even 2 steps. Also, you can see here that some monsters retarget early in this little short clip here. For monsters to retarget, the next path have to be at least 20% shorter each time. And this will only reset once they either take down a building or kill a monster. So it's something pretty easy to play around with. You just have to remember that the rules of target still applies. So they will only target the 2 closest buildings. The last clip for today, I'm going to show you double retargeting. Actually, you can keep making retargeting as long as you can make the next path at least 20% shorter. Well, that was it for today, and I hope you will have a very nice Christmas.